This is for the high school seniors. An open letter to COVID-19. I'm a high school senior. You've taken away the spring that I've worked the last 12 years to have, and I have every right to be angry. This is for the high school seniors who slaved over papers, projects, and tests, who tired their young hands writing down everything they were supposed to know, who stayed up until 2 a.m. night after night after night, who gave up time with their families to make National Honor Society, who gave up time with their friends to be the perfect, well-rounded college applicant. Where is the payoff for years of hard work and a lifetime of studying when colleges are closed for visitation and we're being asked to make a $100,000 choice without seeing the landscape first? How can you tell the logic-driven, I've never gotten a detention in my life students to watch a video and promise, hey, this is the next best thing, right? This is for the high school seniors who gave up a childhood to become an athlete, who spent their summers on travel teams and their winters in off-season conditioning, who made sure they started when the scouts were watching, who spent the last 6 years rising up to be captains, who poured their souls into teams and left everything they had on the field, court, or track. Where is the payoff for a lifetime of training when the last chance at a sectional title has just been stripped away and the Division I bound athletes are falling out of shape? How do you tell the self-disciplined 3-season varsity athlete to just do a home workout with no promise of a senior night? This is for the high school seniors who spent their finest moments in a theater, who worked their way out of the ensemble and into the spotlight, who became crew chiefs and deck managers after years of run crew, who spent thousands of dollars on dance lessons and acting coaches and private voice teachers, who have dreamt of Broadway and film since the day they turned 9, who finally scored the lead in their school's spring play. Where is the payoff for 10 years of choir when a ban on large gatherings canceled all of our shows, and it seems like the memorization of blocking and script, the building of sets and designing of costumes was nothing but a big, spectacular waste? How do you tell a dramatic actor and a sleep-deprived techie that their final bow doesn't matter, and they can always do a community show later, right? This is for the high school seniors who started drawing in 6th grade, who are always carrying a sketchbook and a pencil case, who always seem to have a camera in hand and can be seen squatting for the perfect angle at every pep rally, who have lived in the art room every day after school since the 5th grade. Where is the payoff for a lifetime of self-expression when the art shows are canceled and you don't have a kiln at your house? How can you tell them that no one is ever going to see their senior panel or their final high school project and still smile saying, it really doesn't matter? This is for the high school seniors who have taken every AP, who have taken every dual credit, who have been honors accelerated one step ahead for the last 4 years, who strive for 5s and don't settle for anything less, who took on the challenge of college early. Where is the payoff for hours of homework when in-person exams have been given the boot and we're being asked to tell you everything we know in 45 minutes? How is it fair to take the 2020 exams when you know everyone else will be secretly scoffing at the accommodations? This is for the high school seniors who joined a 3rd grade chorus on a 4th grade band, who worked their way up to first chair, who learned music for every ensemble, 2 concerts a year, every single year, who sing in award-winning choirs, who play in award-winning bands, who spent hundreds on private lessons, who spent hours practicing the same 5 measures again and again and again. Where's the payoff for 10 years of practicing when all of our concerts are postponed until further notice, and we aren't sure if we'll ever get to perform them? How do you tell the dedicated musician that you don't care to hear their music this year? This is for the high school seniors who struggled in silence with their mental health, who skipped lunches every day since freshman year, who cut in the bathrooms and cried in the stairwells, who were bullied for their bodies, their brains, or their boyfriends, who tried to kill themselves and were called Hannah Baker, who spent time in a hospital or time with a therapist, who felt worthless, tired, lonely, every day, who almost didn't make it this far and counted on their senior spring. Where is the payoff for choosing recovery? Where is the payoff for surviving the attempts? If every bit of stability, every bit of support, every bit of structure, and every bit of fucking normalcy has been stripped away in an instant. This is for the high school seniors who are being told that this doesn't matter, who feel like their feelings are being invalidated, who are hearing that everyone who's sick has it much worse than you, who are being told to shut up and be quiet, self-centered teenager you, who are being compared to Vietnam, who are being compared to everyone else on the goddamn planet, who are suffering and grieving, but being told to just get over it. The high school seniors are not being dramatic. They are grieving a loss that demands to be felt. And yes, missing out on a piece of your life is a loss that demands to be felt. How can you tell the girls that the senior ball doesn't matter when that dance is the only place that they have ever felt beautiful? How can you tell the athletes that their last season doesn't matter when those games are the only place that they have ever felt strong? How can you tell the actors that their last musical doesn't matter when that stage is the only place they feel they can be seen? How can you tell the students that staying home is more important than seeing friends when school was the only place they didn't have to feel hopelessly alone? How can you tell the seniors that their last semester is meaningless when these experiences are the only thing that they had to look forward to? This is for the high school seniors who were born around 9/11, who were in elementary school during Sandy Hook, who grew up in a world full of terrorism, who grew up watching climate change turn into a crisis, who watched the world fall into tragedy from the very beginning, who lived through worldly pain yet refused to become cold and jaded, who stood behind Me Too and stood up to be allies, who have persevered through a changing world, daring to make ourselves heard, who deserve to relish the last moments of childhood through senior year. To my fellow high school seniors, I hear you. I grieve with you. I stand beside you. We made it this far, and we will make it to graduation. COVID-19 will not get the best of us. The class of 2020 is strong. The class of 2020 is united. The class of 2020 is not finished. This is for the high school seniors who are #Vision2020, who will not give up, who will make 2020 our year, and unapologetically chase our dreams, who will make a place in this world for ourselves. We are the class of 2020. We are high school seniors, and COVID-19 will not stop us.